Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Sunday, May 4th, 2014. And before I get into today's Bible verses, I've got a bunch of them I'm doing for 2 days, combining 2 days. So let me just say something. Yesterday, I had a brief little health scare. That's something that's just happens from time to time. But one of these days I'm going to end up on the ground. I won't be coming back up. But only God knows when that's going to happen. Yeah, there are some things. I'm in a situation, and I cannot, in good conscience, ask anybody for anything. A couple of people recently have done some pretty kind things. But I'm going to quote a couple of things from a song by the group Chicago. And I'll spare everybody their ears, because you really don't want me to hear. You don't want to hear me sing, because I can't. I'll break your eardrums. Anyway, the two lines go, does anyone really know what time it is? Does anyone really care? And my answer to that is, for the most part, no. Many people do know what time it is, what hour we are in, as far as prophetic signs go. And many people do care. But for the most part, no, they don't care. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. And what's even sadder is those who actually understand where we are in the time frame and still don't care anyway. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But I survived yesterday, so let me proceed with what I do and what I've been instructed to do. And I will do this till the day I die. So here we go. These are for Bible verses that I was led to read on August 28th and August 29th of 2013. Let me start out with the book of Deuteronomy and chapter 28. Footnote under chapter 28 says, conditions of blessing in the land. Okay, verse 20 and 21. Verse 20 says, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, unto thou be destroyed, and unto thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. And then 21 says, the Lord shall make the presence cleave unto thee, until he hath consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. And then Deuteronomy, then still the Saul chapter 28, and then verse there is a footnote above these two little verses in this section. Conditions which will bring chastisement in the land. Okay, now let's go to verse 45. And there's no. Okay, 45 says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And I think these are pretty self-explanatory. If I have to explain it, then you have a problem. And the problem is not with me, the problem is with God. So, okay, now let's go on to 47 and 48. 47 says, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Can it be any more clear than that? Okay, let's go to 49. Goes on, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. I don't need to explain that anymore. Okay, let me go on. Let's see, where's the next one? Okay, we're going to Proverbs. No, oops, we're going to Psalms, I mean. Yeah, Psalms 34:13. Psalms 34. Okay, and the footnote right under Psalm 34 says, a Psalm of David when he changed his behavior before Abimelech, and forgive my pronunciations, I can't pronounce anything for squat, who drove him away and departed. Okay, so 13 says, keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Yeah, this is one of these that I personally read a lot. Now let's go to 34. 14 says, depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Okay. Okay, now let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse 5. And Proverbs verse 5 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. And let's go to 13:24. Okay. And the footnote under Proverbs 13, chapter 13 says, the contrast of righteousness and wickedness. And, okay. Verse 24 says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastiseth him betimes. Well, I kind of butchered all that, but you get the point. I'm not even going to go into that. Okay, now let's go to Mark. Chapter 11, verse 24. Okay, the footnote under Mark chapter 11 says, the official presentation of Jesus as king. And let's go to see what verse 24 says. Okay, this is all, the type is all in red, so this is Jesus speaking. It says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. I don't need to explain that. Okay, let's go on to 1 Corinthians. Okay, chapter 6, verse 13. Okay, chapter 6, and the footnote in chapter 6 says, saints forbidden to go to law with each other. Okay, and verse 13 says, there's footnote right above verse 13, it says in parentheses 2, because the body is the Lord's. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. And I don't need to explain that one either. Okay. Alright, let's go to Hebrews. Chapter 13, verse 9. Okay. Verse 9 says, be not carried about with divers and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. Okay, and now let's go to James. chapter 2, verse 20. In chapter 2, the footnote under chapter 2, footnote in parentheses 5, the test of brotherly love. Now let's go to verse 20. 20 says, and there's a footnote above this little section in parentheses 6, the test of good works. And 20 says, but wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? And again, if I have to explain that, then there's something wrong. And let me finish off with the Revelation, chapter 12, verse 17. Chapter 12, and there's some footnotes under Revelation chapter 12. The 7 personages, parentheses 1, the woman, Israel. Then the woman clothed with the son and the man-child. Okay, let's see what verse 17 says. And right above 17 is a footnote, and it says in parentheses 5, the Jewish remnant. And it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So I will end on that. God bless you all. God bless the country you happen to be in. God bless America. And be sure to hug your loved ones, including your pets. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Goodbye.